Hey, hey, welcome to the Drive Home Show. It's dark outside. It is dark outside. It's 5:36 on the PM, 41 degrees. It's a little bit chilly. Trying to get the heat, the heat in the car going. I thank God for a car with heat. From yesterday's show, all the things that were wrong with the All right. What to talk about today? I'm off for 4 days, and I could not be more relieved. It's Fridays. It's October. It's November. Friday, November 9th, November 13th. And I don't know what the 9 came out of my mouth, but I know it's Taisha's birthday. It's Eric Jr.'s birthday. It's Christopher Ware's birthday. And it's Paul Smith's birthday. Paul Smith, the one in jolly old England. So in honor of Paul Smith's birthday, we're going to have a British accent show today. I don't know what is the word when the different inflections of the British accent. I don't know them offhand. But let's cut that out right away. The bugaloos, we're in the air and everywhere, flying high, flying loose, flying jolly as summer breeze. Yeah, the bugaloos. All right. It was a very stressful day at work today. Therefore, I am very much relieved to be going off the home. Right now. I don't even know how relieved I am because I am so relieved. And I just noticed that I sound like Zarabi, but a male version of Zarabi. Zarabi is a alter ego of my daughter, Christina. If you don't understand that, go watch her YouTube channel called Hello Sister. And then you will understand. You're gonna understand. I'm so tired. I am so tired. But you know what? The traffic looks very much lighter. The traffic looks very much lighter. Lighter. I don't say that. Don't know what to say. I need a topic. I'll give you a topic. The Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss. I'm getting awful clumped. Talk amongst yourselves. While I think of a topic. It seems very dark. I can see the sun setting in the western sky. It's not completely, there's still some light there of the sky, but right over the sky over me, where it is right here where I am, such as the Iraq and such as, it's pretty dark. That's weird. How do you explain that? That's what I'm asking. I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh my God, these are God. What the? All right, there's a traffic light. It's on McKnight and Maryland. Okay. Now, here's a green turn signal. The arrow. There's a left turn signal. There's a green left turn arrow. Whenever we have a green light, there is a green left turn arrow. So why did the car immediately in front of me come to a dead stop in the middle of the intersection and wait to turn left? That's why I paused and had a disgusted sigh. You don't have to stop. You have a green turn arrow. I spent the last portion of the day watching compilations of luckiest people compilations, and this was mainly like 85, I'd say 83.2% of it was people almost getting hit by cars running across the street or various other things involving driving and cars and stuff like that. So kind of got a little, what's the word? What these words? Belt. Just kind of got upset when that car stopped. Not almost causing an accident, but just causing me to have to hit the brakes extra hard when I should not have had to. Yeah. Oh, what a joy it is to drive home when you've got 4 days off. I've got a 4-day weekend. I've got a golden ticket. I got to find my way. I've got a golden ticket. So the purpose of this here show is to work on speaking. Why is the light green yet we are stopped at the light? Now go. Ugh. I'm just over frustrated. Yeah, now we gotta wait. Because morons can't drive. Oh, that's even a police car. No, the police is not the moron. The police is turning left, but there are cars like ahead of him that do not allow him to turn. And then the car between me and the cops was giving him like all kinds of space because he was like stupid and didn't realize that there's a left turn arrow, and we don't have to wait. We don't have to get stuck behind somebody turning left. So there's no reason to give them like a space to try to move over, which the car did move over, and now they're in the right lane. Oh, this cop, the guy just ran a red light right in front of the cop, and he didn't do nothing about it. See, now the car that moved over to the right lane in front of me is now behind me because I did not let him in. Because he's a moron. What is the word Bugs Bunny says? What a maroon. That's it. What a maroon. I've got a golden ticket. No, I don't want that song in my head. Yeah, we're about to turn left here on Highway 36. There's a. I forgot my vitamins. I did not bring my vitamins to work. Put them in my lunch box. There's another policeman, Maplewood. Since when did police get SUVs to drive now? What is that? What's up with that? I don't get it. What's up with that? What is up with that? What is the deal with that? Hey, Jerry. All right, we're gonna merge on 36 here, and we're driving along. We're approaching White Bear Avenue, right lane. There's a Cub Foods there. I was thinking, if you don't mind, on the way back we could stop at my pharmacy, because apparently there's some pills I have to get. Apparently I urinate too frequently. If you don't know, it's No Shave November, and I have not shaved in the month of November. I have a beard, hairy face. It is gray. It is gray as a gray-haired owl, and I am going to try this, what is it called? Just for Men, or one of those hair dye things. I thought there was one that you could just use like a shampoo and it would just get rid of your gray, and all the ones that were gray, they would like turn into a dark color, like the rest of the color of your hair, like brown or black or blonde, but not so with this product that I've already purchased. It's actually a hair dye, but it also dyes everything else, so you can't really get it on your skin because it'll dye your skin. So for that there reason, I waited until my hair grew in some, but it's still pretty in a premature stages. It's still pretty early. It's only been 2 weeks. I was gone for 2 weeks. Oh yeah, okay, then it'll be 3. Oh, here's how it starts. Bing bang, bing dong. Hello, collecting for the paper. Okay, I'll be right down. How much do I owe you? It's $620. $620. I was gone for 2 weeks, or I don't know. Oh, yeah, you were. Sorry. Okay, then that would be 620 divided by 2. That would be 360. 360. Half of 620 is 310, or I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. 310. There you go, Sonny. Who's that? Who's that? That was the lady in apartment 13 of the McAfee. I think it's 1499 McAfee. There's an apartment building. And she was in apartment 13. And she really did talk like that with a low voice. The funniest thing about that was delivering the newspapers. I had a key. I was given a key to go in to the entryway. I would put the newspapers in the box with the corresponding apartment numbers. Then you would put the paper in that box if that apartment number got the paper. Now, one morning I was delivering the papers and there was a rock in the entryway, a big rock, a big rock. And somebody had hurled it through the glass door, breaking the window, and the rock was sitting in the entryway with a bunch of broken glass. And I just kind of went in and put the papers in the boxes and left. And then the manager of the apartments called my house. Back at this time, there were no cell phones. We didn't even know what a cell phone was because they didn't even exist. This was 1979 or let's see, I was 14-ish. No, it was about 80 because I think I had it in 8th grade. So it was about 1980. So I was 15 or 16, I don't know. Somewhere like that, something like that. And the lady called, and I answered. Crash, 35W at County C, left lane closed. That means I'm going Snelling, because there were 2 accidents on Snelling, as you heard on the other show. So I'm going to avoid that, even though it's in the left lane. I think, did it say left lane? Anyway, I'm just going to avoid it altogether because it's probably slow. County C, though. That's not... should I go? Should I stay or should I go? County C is close to where I get on. So I would... Nah, let's just go Snelling. We'll just go Snelling and avoid the whole mess. But anyway, finish the stories. Yeah, I don't forget my stories. They're my stories. I like to write stories. They're science fiction stories. Get out of town. I didn't know you wrote. Let me see. Oh, no. I don't let anybody read my stories. Why not? What if they didn't like them? They would laugh, and I just can't handle that kind of rejection. What are you looking at, butthead? Okay, to finish the story, the manager of the apartment, remember we were talking about the apartment building and the brokenness of the glass? And, yeah. So I had to maneuver, I had to merge. Merge, everybody merge. I'm only imploding. So the lady called me. Somehow I answered the phone because we did not answer the phone at that house. And she said, I thought she was going to accuse me of throwing the rock. And I said, no. She said, when you came to deliver the paper, was the window broken? I'm like, yeah, there was a rock in there, and it was broken. And I just I just went in and delivered the papers. And she's like, well, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you? I'm like, well, I don't even know you. You don't even take the paper. So how am I supposed to? No, I said something. I said, like, I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. She goes, well, then next time, if you see anything strange or suspicious or anything out of the ordinary, unusual, or then call me. Buzz my number. I'm in number 6 or whatever number she was in. I don't know. So I said, okay. But see, we never answered the phone at that house because there was this guy named Ralph that kept calling Steve. He kept bugging him. Hey, Steve, hey, it's Ralph. You want to come over? Can I come over to your house? All that crap. And Steve did not like him. He did not want to hang out with him, but he was too nice to say, get lost, bozo. So the solution was to not answer when he called. But we did not have a caller ID. We did not know that there was such a thing. So when the phone rang, we just didn't answer it. But somebody was calling that knew that we didn't answer the phone. They could use the signal. And the signal was very complex, very intricate. It was you call, let it ring once, hang up, and call back. Yeah, that was tricky. That was sneaky. I'm very sneaky. Very sneaky. Or other times, if we were expecting a call maybe, and so that we had to answer it without knowing who it was, and the possibility it could have been Ralph, but we still had to answer it. Then, like, Steve would run out of the house, and then myself or Jackie could answer it and say, and then it would be like, Steve there? And we would say, no, he's not home, because technically he was out of the house, so technically he was not at home. So therefore we would not lie by saying he's not home. And then he would be like, where is he? When's he going to be back? Blah, 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 blah. Tell him Ralph called. I ain't going to tell him. Stupid. Alright, so back when I was a kid but recording on the tape recorders, I had a lot of stuff that I would have wanted to talk about, but I did not, because I did not want people to hear about it. Now, one of the biggest things was that I had a massive crush on a girl in 8th grade. And the reason I had a massive crush on her, before this incident that I'm going to tell you about, I was not much attracted to her at all. She's in my English class, Mr. Bowden, and my gym class. I know those two for a fact. I don't think I had her in any other classes. But in gym class, we did the square dancing segment. The 2-week segment where you square dance. Whoa, what a waste of gym class. But my teacher, Mrs. Abrahamson, she was like, okay, we're going to do square dancing now. Pick a partner. And I'm like, okay, here I am, Mr. No Talk. How am I going to pick a partner? I don't talk to anybody. So I just said, I'm not picking no partner. I'm just going to stand in a square. And there was another dude, maybe Johnny Balls. Yes, I did have a friend named Johnny Balls. Yes. Let's hear all the Johnny Balls jokes. Okay. Sweaty Balls, his brother Sweaty, his dad named Harry. Anyways, I can't remember. I think it might have been Bob Cohn. Somebody else stood in the square with me, like I'm not picking no girl. So I stood there, and Tina Germain and her friend, whose name I don't remember, she went to Harding, or she was in the Harding area where you live, so that she would have gone to Harding and not to Johnson. They were friends. So anyway, they come, and Tina comes to my square and stands next to me, and she's like, well, since you're already standing here in the square, I'll join you. And here's what I always thought in my head. She could have picked me or the Bob Cone or Johnny Balls, whoever it was. She could have picked either one of us, and she picked me. So that was like, she picked me. And her friend ended up with the other guy, Bob Cone or Johnny Balls, one of those two. So I was just think of some adjectives. What was I? I was just awed. I was in love. I was whatever. And so for those 2 weeks, I was in heaven, man. Got to like dance with her. There was promenade, where you get to like link arm, the swing. What is the do-si-do? One of those where you swing, you lock arms and you swing. Then there's the promenade where you hold hands, kind of. But there was one. It was the hot time in the old town tonight. There's that one, that particular one. I got to put my arm around her back, and I was like, shooing. No, I wasn't. I mean, I was in love. I mean, that was just, oh my God. Sweat glands activates. So yeah, so those 2 weeks I was just like loving it. But I never talked to her, because I was no talk. I might have said a couple of things, but we didn't talk much. But I loved being her dance partner. But so yeah, then we were in English. We were in Mr. Bowden's English class, so I would just be staring at her, and I'd be like, boy, she's really cute. And each day she would get cuter. But then summer came, and I didn't see her. And then I was actually like, couldn't wait to get back to school for ninth grade, and found out she wasn't enrolled in the school. She went to Hill Murray. Hill Murray had a ninth grade in high school. It's like our junior high was the last junior high that had a ninth grade. And so she went to Hill Murray, and I never saw her again. Never again, ever. So I was heartbroken. Yeah, sorry, Scott. It's just life is just not fair, It's just not fair. It's just not fair. You just like a girl, and then she just goes away. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. And that same thing was with Lenora Poole. I liked her in 6th grade, and then her parents just shipped her away to California, and I never saw her again. It's just not fair. Things are just not fair. And yeah, so that kind of sucked. But whatever. I held my crush on her for a long time, and it's like, I'm going to stay faithful to Tina Germain. I'm not going to like any other girls in the school. I'm going to stay faithful. I'm going to stay. Well, you can only stay faithful for so long, and you just never see her again, and you're not going to ever see her again. It's like, what are you going to do? Huh? Excuse me? What are you going to do? So, yeah, then I started liking somebody else. I think in 9th grade, I started liking Diana Boxmeyer, and then we ended up dating in 11th grade or something. Yeah, so that's one story. I got more. If you remind me, I could tell you the other ones on the next show. It's probably not going to be for 4 days, because I'm off for 4 days. If I think about doing the ride home show at home on location, I might do it But you're probably not going to get another show until I go back to work in 4 days. So I got 4 days off. Yeah, it's almost a week, man. All right, we're coming up to the red light here by the house, so it's time to sign off. Hope you enjoyed today's show. That's it. That's a wrap. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye.